Bordeaux's are the Rolls-Royce of the wine industry. There's no question about it that anybody who's interested in buying fine wines will look to Bordeaux's primarily, and this is borne out since the 1700s. And we only choose Bordeaux's in the Wine Investment Fund or the Wine Investment Fund Canada Limited for several reasons. The first is a simple demand and supply issue. As you may know, in Bordeaux, each vineyard is defined by law, which means that you cannot buy 1 meter of land and call it Chateau Margaux. You can call it Chateau Joli Margaux or Deuxième Margaux, etc., but you cannot call it Chateau Margaux, which means that each vineyard's landmass is defined by law, which also means that the supply is fixed. Now, of course, in any given year, there may be a few more grapes, a few less grapes, but by and large, the supply is fixed. And so therefore, if the supply is fixed, it's only fixed at the time of bottling. From then on, the supply is diminishing. You open one bottle of wine and that 1996 Margaux or whatever will never be duplicated or replaced. So therefore, it's a perfect inverse supply curve. The older, more valuable the wine is, the less there is of it. Now that's on the supply side. On the demand side, the demand in the traditional markets for Bordeaux, which is North America and Europe, that is increasing through population inflation as a word. But the demand is hugely increasing in the Far East. We're seeing exceptional demand in Hong Kong and in Korea and to some extent Japan. India is improving in their demand for wine, as is Russia, of course. The wealthier the quote-unquote third world becomes, the more they want what the West has, and that is fine wines. So supply is increasing, supply is decreasing, demand is increasing. That means that the wines are, by definition, have to go up in price. And there are certain things that Bordeaux have, attributes that Bordeaux have that we don't find in other areas. For instance, not only is this, the landmass fixed, but in Bordeaux you cannot tamper with nature, which means that there's no irrigation. That means that you cannot use non-natural fertilizers. And not only that, is that you cannot blend the wines from different chateaus, etc. And so that in itself is extremely compelling. And Bordeaux, the vineyards in Bordeaux are sufficiently large that there's a secondary market. There's no point in promoting wines or purchasing wines when the vineyards are too small, so there's no secondary market. In other words, there's no possibility of any would-be purchaser acquiring those wines. So that's why we picked Bordeaux's. As mentioned, Bordeaux cannot, any wines in Bordeaux or any vineyards in Bordeaux cannot tamper with nature. And so because of that, in any given decade, there's 3 to 4 very good years, 3 to 4 average years, and 3 to 4 bad years. The Wine Investment Fund Canada Limited will only buy Grand Cru, Cru Class A wines from the 3 to 4 excellent vintages.